Welcome to Rayco Interiors Shield Innovations Type A window installation video. In this video we will be showing you how to install a Shield Innovations Type A window. We will showing you using the standard screw erase install. At the end of the video, we show basic clip install if not using the screw erase. We have 4 standard Type A windows: an A1, an A2, an A3 or an A4 type window. The corner installation is the same for all 4 types of windows. The A2 and A3 windows have horizontal mullions, and the A2 and A4 have vertical mullions. Horizontal mullions can be installed with screw erase or clips. Vertical mullions are always installed using clips. Rayco recommends that installers should watch our helpful hints videos on how to install clips and how to install trim. These videos are available on our website under the Technical Section tab and Install Videos tab. The tools needed to install a Shield Innovations window are a variable speed screw gun, shot-filled rubber mallet, a number 2 square drive screw bit, a number 2 Phillips screw bit, a tape measure, a pencil, a chop saw with a non-ferrous metal cutting blade in the ladder. Rayco recommends installing the windows with 2 people due to the size of the windows. Your box will come with a hardware pack that consists of a copy of the installation instructions, up to 2 different types of clips and 2 different screws. The ST351 square drive screws are used to assemble the window through the screw erase. The RA107 flat clips are used to install vertical or horizontal mullions. The RA108 clip is used to assemble the corners, if not using screw erase install, and the ST137 small screws are used to install the clips, if needed, and also to screw mullions together through each of the sides. The number of screws and clips received will vary depending on which type of unit you will be installing. The flat clips are used to install horizontal and vertical mullions, and the 90-degree corner clips are used to assemble the window corners if installing with clips. Remove all parts and position them on the floor as the window will be assembled. Check and make sure you have all parts needed before proceeding with the window installation. The bottom of the window consists of an RRO20 sill can, an RN150 base, and an RN151 glass stop. The verticals consist of an RN152 glass jamb and an RN107 flat insert. The header consists of an RN150 2 glass jamb for A1 or A2 units, or a RN10 cased opening for A3 and A4 units, and all have an RN107 flat insert as well. If you have vertical or horizontal mullions, lay them out also as well as the trim for both the verticals and horizontals. Note that the verticals have 4 holes punched on one end, which go to the bottom of the window. There are 2 holes punched on the other end, which go to the header of the window. If you have a horizontal mullion, then you may have holes punched in the center of the glass jamb, but only if Rayco was given a specific location for the horizontal mullion. Otherwise, your horizontal mullion will be installed with clips at a location determined in the field. The first assembly step is to cut the verticals to length. Note, you will cut the end with the 2 holes punched on it. To determine the cut size, first determine the location for the window. Take multiple measurements for the window from both sides and in the middle. If floor deflection is more than 1/4 inch, then you may have to install with shims under the base or install the base at an angle. The cut size for the verticals will be the overall length measured from floor to ceiling or fur down, minus 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch, to allow room for moving the window into place after assembly. Once you make the cut, save the drop-off with the 2 holes in it to use as a drill guide to drill new holes in the top of the piece you just cut. To do this, place the cut-off piece face to face with the new cut-sized piece. Align the tops of both pieces and the side sand drill new holes in your cut piece using the existing 2 holes in the cut-off piece as a drill guide. Pilot drill through each hole, remove the cut-off piece, and finish drilling your new installation holes in your finished piece. Note that while you can cut the bottom of a vertical and re-drill the 4 holes in the bottom, if you have horizontal mullions that have been pre-drilled for the location, cutting the bottom will change the size of the bottom window and the location of the horizontal mullion from the floor, which is not desirable in the Shield Innovation windows. If you are cutting the window down in width, then determine your overall width of window needed and cut horizontals to the desired size. Now you are ready to assemble your window with the screw erase screws. Place both verticals on saw horses with the tops facing the same end. If you have pre-punched holes for any horizontals, then you can also attach those at this time using two of the ST351 screws to attach at each side. Note on an RN161 horizontal mullion with glass above and below the mullion, there are two removable RN151 glass stops that get attached to the top of the RN161 mullion base. You can pre-install one of them if you want to at this time or leave them off for install after fully assembling the window. One of the glass stops should be left off for the glazer to install after the glass. On an A3 unit you have a horizontal mullion that has a glass pocket at the bottom and a flat insert at the top of the mullion for airflow. You will install this horizontal using the screw race holes in the RN152 glass jamb member. Make sure the glass pocket faces the bottom of the window. On an A3 unit you have a horizontal mullion that has a glass pocket at the bottom and a flat insert at the top of the mullion for airflow. You will install this horizontal using the screw race holes in the RN152 glass jamb member. Make sure the glass pocket faces the bottom of the window. Once the RN152 member is screwed to the verticals, you can now install the RN107 flat insert into the top of the RN152 and screw off on the sides using the ST137 small screws. After installing your horizontals, you are now ready to install the RN151 base to the verticals, using two of the ST351 screw race screws at each side. Note on the base you will use only two screws in opposite corners to assemble each side. Once screwed together you can now install your RRO20 sill can into the bottom of the RN150 base. Using the ST137 screw, screw through the sides of the base into the sill can to hold in place. Now you are ready to stand the unit up and slide into place. Once in place and plumb, level and squared up, you can screw the header through the starter can into your ceiling grid or fur down with screws supplied by others. Note, if attaching to ceiling grid, you do not have to screw into the grid if the unit is to be demountable. See our recommended attachment to grid at the end of this video. Now you can install your RN152 header for A1 and A2 units, or the RN103 header for A3 or A4 units, to your flat insert at the head. Throw the product over the flat insert and screw to the flat insert through the sides, with the supplied ST137 screws. You can also lay the RN151 glass insert into the base for attachment after installing the glass. Shield Innovation windows can be installed without attaching the verticals to a wall, so you can now install your flat inserts to the outside of each vertical glass jamb. Note the cut size for the flat insert is the overall height of the opening from floor to ceiling. If you want one of the verticals to be attached to the wall, then install the vertical flat insert to the wall first, and then throw it with the glass jamb when you slide the window into position. Attach the flat insert to the glass jamb through the sides with the small ST137 screws supplied in your hardware package. The screws will be covered once the trim is installed. If your wall is out of level and need to pull the flat insert out some to close the gap up against the wall, then wait to screw the flat insert to the vertical glass jamb until you are installed plumb level and square at the ceiling and floor. You can then pull the flat insert out to the wall before screwing it off to the glass jamb. This helps close up any gaps to the wall. If you have an A3 or A4 elevation that has airflow over the top of the horizontal mullion or top of the glass, you will need to cut and install a piece of glass filler called a P-050. This piece snaps into the vertical glass pocket to create a cased opening. You will have a small 1 1/2 inch piece of RN151 glass stop in your kit. Snap the provided small glass stop onto the base and measure from top of the glass stop to the bottom of your header or horizontal mullion, and cut the assembled vertical mullion to this size. Make sure the installed small glass stop is in the correct location side to side. Install the mullion on top of this glass stop and under the header. Level the mullion and using the flat clips provided with the small ST137 screws, install the clips as shown to the vertical mullion and the base or horizontal at the head. Note, holding back the clip 1/16 of an inch from the trim snap leg would help make your trim go on easier and not require the inside leg of the trim to have to be notched at this location. Repeat at the top and bottom of the vertical mullion and on both sides. If you have any horizontal mullions that are clip installed, you can now install those using the same clips shown on the vertical mullion and install in the same manner. If installing to ceiling grid, you can use washer head screws like the ones in our video to screw down from the top into the starter can and use the washer head to clamp the ceiling grid to the top of the window. Screw on both sides of the grid where available. This way you do not damage or leave any holes in the ceiling grid if the window is ever relocated. The remaining part of this video will show you how to install the A-type windows with clips instead of using the screw race screws. It is best if you go to the Rayco Interiors website and watch our short clip installation video to help you better understand how to use and install Rayco clips. With clip install you will install your sill can and starter cans first. The sill can and header starter can should be placed approx. 1 1/2 inch away from the wall or outside point of your vertical mullion. The sill can and header starter can should be cut to the daylight opening size of the window. Your outside starter can or flat insert should be cut the full height of the window. If attaching the vertical flat insert to the wall, then do this at this time. Your glass jambs will be cut to the size from the top of the sill can to the bottom of your pre-installed header starter can. If not attaching the vertical starter can to the wall, then insert it into the back of the glass jamb and slide the glass jamb and insert to the wall. Install the corner clip as previously shown. Don't forget to screw off the flat insert to the glass jamb before installing the trim. Make sure all mullions are screwed together, and now you can cut and install your trim. You will start with the vertical outside pieces of trim first. Cut and install full height. Next cut your horizontal trims, then any vertical mullion trims. Note, for trim notching tips, go to Rayco Interiors website and watch the trim notching helpful hints video. Thank you for watching Rayco Interiors Shield Innovations installation video.